Welcome to lesson 7.8 of Ecom Entrepreneurs Academy. In this lesson, we'll take a look at how you can utilize Amazon's top reviewers to get more reviews for your products. Now, there are two ways to utilize Amazon's top reviewers. Number one, manual. Number two, automatic. Okay, so there's two methods of doing this, and the automatic method requires the use of Profit Phoenix. So let's look at the manual method first. This is very, very simple. This is going to be a very short lesson overall, but let's look at the manual way of utilizing top reviewers. Step one is to visit this URL. This will essentially take you to the home page of Amazon's top reviewers. Number two, click on any reviewer's name. You'll be able to click on any one of the reviewers' name that you want. Number three, read their profile description / details. Number four, look at their recent reviews. So the importance of number three is to figure out whether or not they would be potentially interested in reviewing your product. For example, if someone's interested in kitchen and dining products and reviewing those types of products, and you have a sports and goods, or you have a cell phone accessories product, it wouldn't make sense for you to contact that reviewer. You want to find reviewers that are relevant to the product that you want them to review, of course. Okay, so that's the importance of number three. The importance of number four is twofold. So the first part, or the first reason why number four is important, is for the same reason number three is important. You want to see what kinds of products they have been reviewing recently. Okay, is your product a product that they may review, or a similar product have they reviewed in the past few days or few weeks? So that's the first reason number four is important. The second reason number four is important is to see how critical they are in their reviews, right? Are they generally giving 4-star and 5-star reviews, or are they very harsh with their reviews? Okay, so that's very important, because you don't want to give your product to a reviewer, a top reviewer, who is very harsh and critical in their reviews. Okay, you want to find the more lenient reviewers so that you have a better chance of getting a very good review for your product as well. And step 5 is see if you can contact / email them. So under their details or their description, when you get to their profile page, you can see most of these top reviewers, if not all of them, have their email address, which you can send them an email to ask them if they would be willing to review your product. Okay, sometimes they have their email address, sometimes they have other forms of communication, or ways to contact them. Whatever means they've put there, you can use that to see if you can contact or email them. So this is the basic process, the manual process of finding Amazon's top reviewers. Now let's look at the automatic method of utilizing Amazon's top reviewers. And again, this requires the use of the Profit Phoenix software. So step 1 is to log into your Profit Phoenix account. Step 2, go to the reviewer finder tool / tab. Okay, so on the top in the navigation bar or in the tabs, you'll see there's a reviewer finder tab. So go ahead and click that. Then once you get to the reviewer finder tab, click on search. Okay, so I know that there's criteria there that you can enter, but I recommend not entering any criteria. Just go ahead and click on search. So there are going to be many entries, hundreds to thousands of entries that will show up because you haven't entered any criteria. You want to first make the table show either 500 or 1,000 entries so that you can get and fit more on one page. So go ahead and do that. Step 5, sort the chart by total reviews, descending, which means that the reviewers who have the most reviews will show up at the top. Okay, so sort the chart by total reviews, again descending, so that the highest number of reviews, or those reviewers who have the highest number of reviews, will show up at the very top of the chart. Number 6, read their interests. So one column by default that Profit Phoenix has when you're using the reviewer finder tool is you can see their interests. So you can see kind of a snippet of what kinds of interests they have, so you can determine whether they would be a good fit or a good choice to ask if they would be willing to review your product. Number 7, click on the reviewer's name. Number 8, read their profile description / details. So this is similar now to what we did in the manual process, right? Once you get into this part, it kind of becomes a little bit manual towards the end. because once you click on the reviewer's name, it takes you to their Amazon profile page, and then you again read their profile description / details, look at their recent reviews, and again we've discussed why this is important, and then finally see if you can contact or email them. And again, they have that listed on their profile, whether it's a way to contact them or email them directly to ask if they would like to review your product. So that's essentially it. Just to recap, in this lesson we covered 2 ways of utilizing Amazon's top reviewers. Number 1 was the manual method. Number 2 was the automatic method, for which you need to use the software known as Profit Phoenix. And just to cover this, if it wasn't clear or if you may not know already, the reason it's important to utilize Amazon's top reviewers and at least get a couple or a few reviews from top reviewers, mainly the top 500 or top 1,000 reviewers, is because those reviewers actually have a badge that shows up next to their name when they leave a review for a product, and that carries a lot of weight and credibility in the Amazon consumer world, right? When someone sees a review, it's good, right? Any normal review on any normal like 5 or 4-star review, any good review by a normal consumer is great social proof. It goes even further when you have a review by someone who has a top 500 or top 1,000 badge next to their name, because people know that those top reviewers are very serious and they review a lot of products, and so there's a trust immediately that's kind of built. So if you can get at least a couple of these very top reviewers to review your product and get a very good review from them, that will help you in conversions, right? When people see those very when they see those top reviewers reviewing your product and they're really good reviews, then they are more likely to buy your product when they land on your product listing page and they see these awesome reviews from these reputable reviewers. Okay, so that's basically the reason you're going to look to top reviewers. And again, you don't have to do this when you first begin, right? We've already talked about how to get initial reviews by doing giveaways and whatnot, because those are quicker. This is a bit more long-term, and you can do this after you get your first, let's say 10, 15, 20 initial reviews. Then you can look into getting these top reviewers so that you can add additional social proof to your product listing.